Yeah, let me just give you a quick roundup of what's going on here for people who've just tuned in. Nissan has announced a huge gigafactory will be coming to Wearside. This is going to create thousands of jobs right here in Sunderland and, of course, right across the supply chain. A huge vote of confidence after the concerns surrounding Brexit. But, of course, a trade deal was made between the EU and Japan. So we're staying, it's not moving, and it's growing. Well, with me now is the Business Secretary to tell me more. What does this mean in terms of jobs? Are people from the North East going to be filling these roles?
I think this is a huge benefit and a huge opportunity for people in the North East. Something like 1,600 new jobs, and they're all going to be well-paid jobs, well above the national average. And it's, as you say, a great vote of confidence in the UK. You'll remember that people said Nissan were going to leave because of Brexit. They were going to leave Britain. Well, they're not. They're here. They've invested £1 billion, and they're creating thousands of new jobs, which people in the North East will be able to do and earn money, good money from.
And in terms of furlough, so many people have been out of work, people have lost their jobs. Do we have the skills here? Did you believe Sunderland has the skills to fill these roles?
Absolutely. I mean, Nissan, and I speak to Nissan all the time. I've spoken to them for the 6 months I've been business secretary, and they are really impressed with the workforce here. They love the North East. I could go so far as to say that. They've been here since 1986. And the mere fact that they've invested £1 billion to create these new jobs, there's also Envision as well, who are building the electric vehicle, the batteries for the electric vehicles. We call them gigafactories. All of this means that the skill set, the skill base, the people here are being trusted, and Nissan love being in the North East, and it's great to be here.
And is it right that some of the money towards this investment of the gigafactory has come from the taxpayer?
Yes, some of the money has. But clearly the lion's share of the investment is coming from Nissan. We've worked with Sunderland City Council, we've worked with Nissan, we've worked with Envision, AEC, who make the batteries, to get a really good deal for the North East and for the people of Sunderland.
What message do you have for the people of Sunderland? Because they've been through quite a lot, reading in the newspapers how, the Nissan was going to take this. This is the beating heart of Sunderland, as you've well said. What message do you have for people here who've been through that cycle? It's quite stressful.
I would say the confidence they've expressed in their own country when they voted for Brexit has been fully justified. All those fears, all that angst, all those threats have materialised to nothing. And £1 billion is a considerable amount of investment. Nissan have been here 35 years, and they'll be here for many years to come.
Nissan, this plant was born the same year as me, 1986. So let's talk about the future. The future is electric. The gigafactory is going to make electric batteries and other components. And Nissan today, along with the gigafactory, has also announced a new crossover. Is that right? Yes,
they've got a new model which is going to power development, I think, in the 2020s and 2030s. And as I've said, they've been here a while, not so long because I know you were born in the same year, so it's not that long ago. But it is a considerable time in terms of manufacturing, and I think the vote of confidence they have in the people here is really significant.
What else is it about Sunderland that attracts investment, do you think, as a city?
I come to the North East as business secretary a great deal. And there's a huge amount of investment going on. I speak to Ben Houchen, who's doing a great job as the Teesside mayor. I come to see GE Renewables, who've invested £140 million just a couple of months ago to building wind turbines. And there's a real sense that the North East is coming back to its industrial strength. The green industrial revolution is really built around the North East and the Humberside as well. And I think this is a unique opportunity to build skills, to grow an economy, to green our economy, to level up. All of those things can be concentrated by the North East. And that's why people like Ben Houchen and others are doing so well, because they're bringing investment and they're putting Teesside on the map. Teesside will be known as the centre of green industry. I have no doubt about that.
I was just shouting about that earlier this week on GBNews, actually. Now, let's talk about the gigafactory. How long will it take? When will we get up and running? And when will people be in those jobs?
I think it'll be a 2 or 3 year process. I suspect it'll happen much more quickly, but it'll be 2 or 3 years. But then once the businesses are here, once the manufacturing plant is here, that will sustain jobs for 20, 30 years, just as Nissan have. And I think it's a great testament to the people of Sunderland, to the people in the North East, that people from Japan, and other places, not just Japanese companies, are looking very seriously at investing in this area. And my job as business secretary is to work with people like Ben Houchen, to work with local leaders to bring investment here into the UK. Because it's not just about the North East. It really represents huge success for the UK as a whole.
We're all about British success on GBNews.
Absolutely.
If the trade deal hadn't come off and the worst came to the worst, all of these jobs would have been in jeopardy, what would the government have done to help them?
I think we would have tried to make no deal work. I was one of those people who thought that no deal was a possible outcome. We should be prepared for it. But I'm delighted that we managed to get a deal. And I'm really, really pleased, as you can see, that we can manage to land this kind of investment. I can't stress how important it is and how transformational it will be. There'll be people leaving school who'll be working at these gigafactories, who'll be working in all sorts of jobs, IT type jobs, digital economy type jobs in the car industry. And that's something that's it's really, really a good thing.
And finally, for me, following this announcement, how important is Sunderland to the recovery post-pandemic economically?
I think Sunderland is obviously a totemic place because it was one of the first places where the results of the Brexit referendum were announced. And I think Sunderland is at the heart of the North East economy. And I think this green industrial revolution is centred around Teesside, insofar as Britain is driving it. Britain is a leader in the green economy, and in Britain, Teesside, I think, represents the new green industry better than any other area.
Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng, thank you very much. Back to you.